This one got me a letter from Phil Jackson, the coach of the Bulls back in the day. The Ernie Bedlam stories. The big game. It was the big game. Bigger than the night before. Bigger than the game before the night before. Bigger than Ernie's belly. Bigger than the U.S. deficit. Bigger than Dolly Parton's left breast. Bigger than Sylvester Stallone's intellect. Bigger than Sly Stone's sunglasses at Woodstock. Bigger than Donald Trump's wallet. Bigger than Jane Fonda's mouth. Bigger than Will Perdue's feet. For Christ's sakes, it was the third game of the Milwaukee series. First round action, and by golly, Ernie was going to watch it. Problem was, it was also Toy Boy's second birthday, and Ernie's wife, Wheezy, thought it was his place to stay at home and goo-goo with the family. Not fair. It was the big game. How could Toy Boy toy with Ernie's life? Ernie's daughter, Trouble, had been due the same day that the Bears were in the Super Bowl. Ernie was straight up about the whole thing. He told Wheezy having a baby was fine, but if the blessed event happened during the game, she was doing it alone. Wheezy thought Ernie was kidding. Ernie had given endless late-night lectures to Wheezy's belly. Trouble must have listened. She popped out a week later on Groundhog's Day, even gave him time to sober up from the 3-day victory party. Ernie liked Trouble. But how could Toy Boy do this to Ernie? Had Ma Bedlam managed to die after the NCAA finals in '78? Respect. Ernie didn't mess with Sesame Street. Ernie always went out before the kids' bedtime so they could get to sleep. No one had told him that part of being a father was missing the big game. If he had only known, he had been a jerk instead. Hadn't he already changed 2 of Toy Boy's shitty diapers during the day? Hadn't he taken them to the park and kept them from killing themselves? Hadn't he roughhoused, eaten leftover macaroni cheese, and picked up 8 million plastic Legos? Don't talk to Ernie about love. During the first quarter, Ernie helped Toy Boy finish his cheeseburger. He made a paper funnel and poured down Toy Boy's milk when Wheezy wasn't looking. He ate all the boys' string beans while Wheezy answered the phone. He led Trouble and Wheezy through a rendition of Happy Birthday at triple time. He shoveled cake and ice cream down and ripped open gifts with Toy Boy. The horror, the horror. The goddamn tricycle wasn't assembled. Ernie smiled sweetly at Wheezy. He gently reminded her she, after all, had married an artist, not a mechanic. Hug and kisses all around and out the door. Ernie had a Jack Daniels in his hand 2 minutes into the second quarter. Hack, the big fellow sitting next to Ernie, said it's a great game. Bulls were winning. Jordan was hot. Ernie slugged down the shot and told Hack to enjoy it now because the Bulls were going to lose. At the middle of the third quarter, the Bulls were still riding high. Hack was snickering at Ernie's premature prediction when the bar phone rang. It was Wheezy to tell him Toy Boy had terrible indigestion. Ernie was mildly guilty and depressed. He ordered another shot. Jordan scored 7 in a row and life was beginning to look rosy. With 5 minutes left in the game, the jukebox blared Happy Birthday for a yuppie couple. Celebrating at the other end of the bar, the Bulls' lead faded with Ernie's last vestige of sobriety. The big game was lost, and Ernie went home drunk, knowing there was a God.